Hey, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. So, we look around.
Yes.
It's bright out
Roy
here.
Roy steps out of the mine shaft into the sunlight at the base of the quarry.
Mm-hmm.
And in the distance, you can hear and see the miners at work.
I give a whistle to him.
And they sort of look up curiously, stare at you for a moment or so, but get back to work.
I shrug and start walking over towards them.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy.
Well, hello there.
Is this here Burton Mining Camp?
He nods slowly. And who are you? He says as he looks suspiciously to your crossbow.
I'm Roy. I just come here through this mountain from... I look around. Can I see the mountains I came in from?
Um,
I mean, it's got to be the,
yeah, from this angle, I don't think you can see the peak, like from the bottom of the quarry, but you can see like the hills around it.
I just entered the mountains way up there and ended up way the hell down here. When that cave-in happen?
Up that shaft, he like points to where you came.
Mm-hmm.
While ago, we haven't been using that shaft for a long time.
You seen Tommy Lee or Lawrence?
Another guy looks over. Say, weren't you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. Tommy Lee, Lawrence. Yeah, Tommy Lee. Guy named Tommy Lee was working here. Didn't last long. Maybe a week before he split.
Rumor has it he went up into them mountains. Thought he went into the only cave up there that I could find, or cave that was directly at the end of the path, but that just led me back down here. I look back to Johnny. Well, boy, there's still another path up there in those mines that we didn't explore. Let's head back up there and scour it. Thank you kindly. I tip my hat to the miners. Turn around and light my torch and head back into the mine, and then we're going to go all the way up and take the shaft off and retreat all the way back until we get to the main entrance and go through the left path.
Alrighty.
What was that? Hold on. Is that a bottle of brandy, of whiskey?
Burnside bourbon. Oops. All right. You make your way back up the mine shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Takes you about a little more than a half an hour to get back where you was.
Then I will switch out for another torch.
How many torches you got?
I will have 2 more after this. Well, I have 3 torches, including this one, and then 5 oil flasks, so I can keep refilling quite a ways.
All right, then.
Probably also erase a couple of days worth of food on my...
exactly. Sewer. That's what all my NPCs look like.
Like bourbon?
No.
Oh, you gotta move it a little bit more to the left. Just a little bit more. There you go.
Do you have part of my cam cropped?
Yes.
Can they not see the entirety of the light that envelops us all?
No. They can see about the width of your shoulders.
There's such broad shoulders.
That's true. They can't actually see the width of the shoulder. They can almost see the width of your shoulders.
All right. So you make your way up the mine shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I make my way back to the place that I came from. Am I there?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. You eventually reach the when you feel like you've gone too far and there's no way the passage was this long, you eventually come to the small crawl space forking off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
You assume the cave-in is just ahead.
Right. All right, we push all the way back until we're at the other entrance of the cave on the other side of the mountain, where there is a left passage and the passage that we came through. And we will take the left passage this time.
So you go back into the crawl space?
Yeah, we go back into the crawl space and we keep...
delete a torch and you light a new one. So it took you a torch to get from the quarry back up here.
Okay. So it took one torch to get from one side of the mountain all the way downhill, and it took 2 torches to get back uphill to the top of the mountain.
No. Take one. It's about the same.
Okay, right. So I've already removed 1 torch. Yeah.
Well, it took you 1 torch to get all the way down,
Mm-hmm.
and then another torch to get back up.
Right.
It takes about a half an hour
to
walk the length of that mine shaft.
So I burned through 2 torches so far.
Yes.
And now I'm back at the place where I started.
Yeah.
And I will take the untraveled road.
Okay, so you off to the left, sort of at an angle in front of you, is a crawl space. Just before the cave-in.
Oh, I stretch my back out. Ugh, I'm getting too old for this shit, kid.
You're like 25, aren't you?
31?
Okay.
31.
Oh.
Alright, I get in and I start crawling with my crossbow out. And the torch out in front of me.
Okay. You crawl 50 feet or so to the forking left and right.
I look at the kid and shake my head. This is not my specialty, son. I'm a whipping man. I like a target straight in front of me. Alright. We're gonna go left this time. You remember which ways we come, in case I forget. So...
The kid says, the cat was back that way, and he points to the right. That's where that glowy room was. He said there was something about phosphors. Still think you made that word up.
Wait, we're not in a room that I've been in before.
You're still in the crawl space.
Okay, hold on. So I wanted to get all the way back out to the front where we came in after we had to put down.
Okay, you haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, that's what I meant. I want to go all the way back there.
Roy is lost in the crawl space.
Fucking yeah. Kid, take us.
Fortunately, little Johnny passed his int check and told you that the cat was back to the right, which I assume is where you're trying to go.
Yes. Yes.
What's the fun in dungeons if you don't force your players to actually pay attention or...
But that's why I kept saying I want to go all the way back, and I thought it was clear.
There's no fast travel in this game.
No! Alright,
so Johnny points you to the right instead of the left, which I think you wanted to take, and you crawl your way another 60 feet around the corner and then back into the large chamber with the bones and the cave-in and the dead cat.
Okay.
By the way, over the course of going up and down the mine shaft, little Johnny gutted the weasel.
Oh, cool.
Probably skinned it. You get it.
Okay.
If he asked for, he would have asked for a knife to do such.
Sure.
Yeah. Assume that's been done. All right. So you're in the chamber with the bones. There's a cave into your right, small crawl space to your back, and a passage sloping down across the room.
We take the passage sloping down across the room.
All right. At the base of the slope, there's a passage to the right and a fork to the left.
I look to the kid. None of this looks familiar, son.
That's the way we came in, and he points sort of like obliquely in front of you.
Let's go the other way then. Just remember which way we've been.
He nods.
Okay.
All right,
And we go the way we haven't been yet.
Yeah. You turn to the right and go slightly downhill. Actually, pretty steeply downhill. And you notice your torch flickering off of something on the floor. Closer inspection, you realize it is a pool of water. At this point, I guess it's about 15 feet in front of you, at like the bottom of the sloping passage. You continue walking.
Yeah.
So you walk to the base of this water. You can just barely see across it. There's a pool of murky water, maybe 15 feet before you.
I give the kid the torch. I'll take off my boots, and I'll start to slowly wade into the murky water, see how deep it gets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are able to wade through it. Doesn't get much. It doesn't get to your waist. Maybe just above your knees.
What's on the other side?
More passage. The passage slopes up a little bit, like above the level of the water, and continues.
Okay. I crawl out the other side and tell the kid to grab my gear, my boots, and to come across with the torch in them and my boots. Hold the boots above the water.
Yeah. All right. The kid follows behind, holding your boots above the water, getting his soaking wet in the process.
That's his own damn fault. You should have understood.
Okay. All right. Roll a perception check.
20 plus 10. 25.
Yeah. You see some discarded bones on the far side of this pool of water. Maybe like on the banks of the far side. Look like small bones.
Smaller than human bones?
Way smaller.
Odd. I'll put on my boots. I brush the water off me a bit. Scold the kid for not taking his boots off first. What were you thinking, Johnny? Your boots are all wet. You're gonna get blisters now, and your feet are gonna get moldy. I told you to come across. Didn't say you had to come across and get your boots wet.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. Slopes up just a little bit. I mean, just enough so that you're not underwater anymore.
Okay.
That's the remains. And just a few steps forward, and your torchlight illuminates another fork. Left and right.
So many forks in this damn cave. I feel like we need more knives and spoons. Let's go left.
All right. Roll a perception check.
29.
All right. You walk maybe 20 feet, 30 feet, a little more down the left path. And you think you can hear some whispering ahead.
Shh, Johnny. Shh. Keep that light out of sight. I take my whip in my hand, but I don't uncoil it yet. And I hold my crossbow as well with a sling over my neck. Actually, I don't even bother to put the sling over the neck. Just have the crossbow bolt loaded and cocked and ready to go.
Where did you get it? You're out of crossbow bolts, aren't you?
No, I have the one that I shot the weasel with.
You didn't declare you retrieved it.
I did. I said I pick it up by the crossbow bolt and tell the kid to pull the weasel off of it, and then I reload the crossbow.
I don't think you were that specific.
I was very specific. I don't think you were paying attention.
Chat, what do you think?
They just want to see Roy die. They'll say anything to end his life.
I don't recall you declaring that you kept the crossbow bolt.
It's possible that Roy intended to do it and then
do you still have it on your character sheet?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'll give you evens or odds whether the crossbow bolt is intact. Considering it's on your character sheet.
I'll take odds.
Okay.
Yes.
You've got your crossbow bolt.
All right. And then I'm going to leave Johnny behind and creep forward quietly as possible, direction of the voices.
All right. You leave Johnny behind. All right. You creep forward. Roll a dexterity check.
20 plus 11. 25.
All right. Roy quietly creeps forward. In another 20 feet or so. You're mostly in the dark, but tracing the wall, crossbow in hand, you eventually see a flickering light before you, and the passage opens up into a slightly larger cave. At some point, the voices have stopped.
I stop moving and slow my breathing so it's nice and gentle, quiet.
Silence.
Start scooting carefully, slowly forward down the road, down the trail.
As you come to the entrance to this cavern. In the flickering light, I think you can see some barrels straight in front of you.
Some barrels?
Dimly lit barrels.
What is the source of the light? Can I tell? Is it flickering?
It's off. It's to your left inside the cavern. You can't see.
But can I see the shadows that it's producing? Are they moving or are they steady?
Roll a perception check. The light's flickering.
Light's flickering? Okay. Perception 15.
Yeah. No, you can't make any sense of make any guesses to the source. What's in the room?
Well then, I'll just slowly start creeping into the room and see if I can't duck behind those barrels to get some sort of cover.
All right, I'll roll another perception check. All right, you start creeping towards the barrels.
29.
You take a step forward around the corner and you see that there are two men in the chamber off to your left. So around the corner, the chamber opened up. There's more barrels across the room. One of the men's sitting on a barrel. One of them's in front of him. And you're creeping towards the barrels. And then if you continue to move towards the barrels, they will spot you if they haven't already.
I stop.
You are thinking, okay, oh crap, there's two dudes over there. If I go to the barrels, I'll be in direct sight of them as you realize they're looking straight back at you.
All right, I'd say don't move a muscle as I ready a crossbow attack against them if they move a muscle. Yeah. 13.
All right. You do get the jump on them. You notice the other does have a crossbow, but you get yours lowered at them first.
Don't move, anyone.
The guy in front sort of turns. His hand draws a knife. This is actually before you don't get to shoot.
Oh.
Lucky you, because that doesn't count. He beat you in initiative, but he doesn't go. So he draws his knife before you get your crossbow readied.
Okay.
He's bald, and you see a scar across his chin. He draws a long, sinister-looking knife. How the hell? You lower the crossbow. You say,
Lawrence, you're coming with me. You too, Tommy Lee. Warrant doesn't specify dead or alive, but I'd rather take you alive.
Only 2 of us are walking out of this room alive.
Well, then I guess you can die, and Tommy Lee can come with me nice and safely.
Tommy says, "You really gonna shoot us over a bar debt?"
I'll shoot you over the horse I lost getting up here to you. Winnie was all that I had. It's all that I cared about. Because you fuckers hid up in a mountain, she's dead. And I'll take my revenge out of you if I get the chance. Give me one good reason why I ought to shoot you, and I'd be happy to put a quarrel in your chest.
So there's no way in hell there's a death warrant out over a bar tab. I think you're bluffing, Tommy Lee.
You're right.
By now he's got his own crossbow loaded.
I say, you're right. There is no... The warrant specifies you being alive. I'm happy to take the hit and only bring one of you back alive. Half the reward money, but my vengeance will be satisfied. So please, give me a reason.
There's 2 of us and 1 of you. You like those odds?
I've seen a whole lot of things go wrong for me. This ain't one of them.
Why don't you back up nice and slow, buddy? Pretend you never saw us, and we'll let you live.
Crack my neck. Now. 2 of you are going to come out of here. You're going to head back to whatever shithole that is at the end of the river. And you're going to pay your gambling debts. Whether you pay it with coin or whether you pay it with hard work and elbow grease. Or you'll die here in this cave and become just another victim of the Yeti.
Now, says Tommy Lee, stroking his goatee with his left hand, his right hand still on the crossbow. What'd you say your name was?
Roy.
Roy.
His voice cracks a little bit. He's maybe a little nervous.
What'll it cost you to just turn around and walk away?
Ooh. Roy didn't consider this possibility. He's dirt broke. He's got no money to his name. Oh, but he wants the... I don't believe you have that sort of money. You're a swindler. If you had money, you wouldn't be running out on your debts.
Look behind you. We got a couple nice barrels of whiskey up here. Once we palm these, cut you in on that action.
And who's coming looking for that whiskey? Huh? Seems to me like all of your life schemes have failed to pan out. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this pickle you're in now. I don't trust you further than I can spit. Than I spit. As far as I can.
I reckon your cut of this drink's probably 20 gold. What are they offering for our heads? Come on, this is much easier work.
A little bit more than that, actually. Bring you boys in, I get 30. 15 if only one of you comes, and I'm quite happy. Poor Winnie's dead on the side of a mountain because of you. Now put those weapons down and come peaceably. I know the sheriff. I can give him a good word for you. Tell him you guys came real nice and easy and cooperated. Have you get you a reduced sentence and all.
Nah, I don't like the sound of that.
Well then.
Lawrence just growls.
Why don't you draw? Do you get to make opposed initiative rolls to see who gets to shoot the other person first?
I think you can take you readied your action. What was your condition though for the ready? I guess you'd have to reroll initiative. Mm-hmm. Like you both have readied actions, so if neither of you makes a move, I think we'll roll initiative.
Yeah, all right. Let's do an initiative roll to see who shoots who first. Is one of them with a crossbow, one of them with a knife?
Yeah.
All right. So light crossbow's initiative is 7, so I'm just gonna roll a opposed d10.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh.
You pull the trigger first. Roll the hit. Who are you shooting?
I'm shooting the guy with the crossbow. Roy still doesn't know which one's which. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, does he hit Roy?
15's a hit.
Oh god. It hits Roy square in the gut or something.
4 points of damage.
Ugh. Ugh. Johnny will get you. He'll avenge me. Roy says.
You hear a cry. Little Johnny comes running into the room.
Johnny, I'm sorry I never helped you get your father.
The bald man with the scar walks towards you with a knife as you watch the color.
Take my crossbow
from the world.
Get your
No!
Get your revenge, son. Then boy dies.
Well,
that was fun. I really liked Roy. Roy was amazing. I'm glad we did that. I know not everyone dug the cowboy theme, but I took that kind of as a compliment that the cowboy theme was done well enough that people who don't like westerns didn't like it. You know?
Yeah, it was fun. I think we could do the cowboy theme better, but
yeah, I think we'll give it another shot in a year.
Interesting experiment.
Well, or or a couple of months, or the next character.
I didn't actually think we'd manage to kill off Roy today. That cat attack was pretty brutal.
Oh my god, that cat! That cat did more damage to me than the crossbow did.
Yeah, well, cats are rough. If they hit with their front paws, they get extra attacks with the back paws.
Oh yeah.
So even a regular cat can get like they get 3 D2 attacks at like +1 or +2. And then
It's
if they
better
hit
than
with
Roy.
those,
I
they
do.
get the back attack, they get the back claws.
It's way better than I do. All right.
R.I.P. Roy. We'll probably go into a break now.
What the man says, everyone, listen to Brian.
And I guess
we'll see you on the other side of the break. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, Neil and I will talk. We'll leave you guys on a cliffhanger.
All right, see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.